We have some major news right now. Donald Trump has embraced Zohran Mamdani in probably one of the most stunning meetings you will ever see between the President of the United States and his political opponent, who he has spent the last several months lambasting as everything from a despot to a communist to a socialist, calling him names. But inside the Oval Office today, it really was a love fest between the two. Zohran Mamdani and Donald Trump got along more than they fought. And Donald Trump spent much of this press conference laying praise on Zohran and his policies, the upcoming mayor-elect of New York City. And well, it threw Republicans across the country for a loop because they were planning on running on an anti-socialism, anti-Mamdani message. But right now, phones are blowing up across Capitol Hill because Donald Trump completely undermined his own party's agenda heading into 2026. Make sure to spread the word, like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're going to go through some of the stunning moments from this press conference in the Oval Office. But here's the thing, folks. Zohran Mamdani is coming out looking very strong. And Donald Trump looks like someone who just spent the past hour praising someone who online he said he hates. And as Jake Sherman put it, Trump showering praise on Mamdani in the White House may throw House Republicans for a loop. The House GOP has signaled their entire 2026 campaign plan is to tie Democrats to Mamdani. And let me just show you, this meeting was anything but.
And seeing that and saying that, and just trying to...
Would you feel comfortable living in New York City under a Mamdani administration?
Yeah, I would. I really would. Especially after the meeting. Absolutely.
What makes you comfortable?
We agree on a lot more than I would have thought. I think I want him to do a great job, and we'll help him do a great job. He may have different views, but in many ways, we were discussing when Bernie Sanders was out of the race, I picked up a lot of his votes, and people had no idea because he was strong on not getting ripped off in trade and lots of the things that I've practiced and been very successful on. Tariffs, a lot of things. Bernie Sanders and I agreed on much more than people thought. And when he was put out of the race, I think quite unfairly, if you want to know the truth, many of the Bernie Sanders voters voted for me. And I felt very comfortable, frankly, in seeing that and saying that. And, it just turned out to be a statistical truth. But no, I feel very comfortable. I would feel very, very comfortable being in New York, and I think much more so after the meeting. Yes, please.
I would feel very comfortable living in New York City. That's Donald Trump, despite telling us for weeks that electing Zohran Mamdani would lead New York City to go to turmoil. And yet, here we are in the Oval Office with Donald Trump laying praise on the next mayor of New York City.
President Trump, Stephen Nelson from the New York Post. I had a question for you and then also one for Mayor-elect.
Sure.
For you, you referred to Mr. Mamdani as a communist. Can you describe why you feel that way? And also, will you do anything to stop him from arresting Prime Minister Netanyahu if he visits New York?
Well, we didn't discuss your second part of the question. And on your first part, he's got views that are a little out there, but who knows? We're going to see what works, or he's going to change also. We all change. I changed a lot from when I first came to office. It's now quite a while ago. It's quite a while. My first term was great. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. We're doing even better now. We're doing much better now than we did even the first term. And I can tell you some of my views have changed. And we had discussions on some things. I'm not going to discuss what they were, but that I feel very confident that he can do a very good job. I think he is going to surprise some conservative people, actually. And
I think he's going to surprise some conservative people. I feel very confident there are things he can do a good job on. The praise that Donald Trump was putting on Zohran Mamdani was stuff that we've never seen before from this president of the United States. And let me tell you something, it continues.
Crime, more than ICE per se, we discuss crime. And he doesn't want to see crime, and I don't want to see crime. And I have very little doubt that we're not going to get along on that issue. He wants to, and he said some things that were very interesting as to housing construction. And he wants to see houses go up. He wants to see a lot of houses created, a lot of apartments built, etc. And we actually people would be shocked, but I want to see the same thing.
I want to see the same thing. Folks, it continues. It continues, seriously.
to what policies are being said. We had a meeting today that actually surprised me. He wants to see no crime. He wants to see housing being built. He wants to see rents coming down, all things that I agree with. Now, we may disagree how we get there. The rent coming down, I think one of the things I really gleaned very much today, he'd like to see him come down, ideally, by building a lot of additional housing. Yeah. That's the ultimate way. He agrees with that, and so do I. But if I read the newspapers and the stories, I don't hear that. But I heard him say it today, and I think that's a very positive step. No, I don't expect. I expect to be helping him, not hurting him. A big help, because I want New York City to be great. Look, I love New York City. It's where I come from. I spent a lot of years there. Now I'm right here. We took a big setback with the mayor that we had, named de Blasio. I thought it was a tremendous setback for the city. I think this mayor can do some things that are going to be really great.
But I think the most stunning moment in all of this press conference was when Donald Trump seemingly embraced the moniker fascist, allowing Zohran Mamdani to call Donald Trump a fascist inside the Oval Office. I think you need to watch this moment.
About a House resolution just passed overwhelmingly to condemn socialism, including with 86 Democrats, all of House Dem leadership, and the Minority Leader, Hakeem Jeffries, despite his endorsement of you. What's your reaction to that?
I have to be honest with you, I focused very little on resolutions. Frankly, I've been focusing...
Socialism.
I understand. I think the focus is on the work at hand. I can tell you I am someone who is a democratic socialist. I've been very open about that. And I know there might be differences about ideology, but the place of agreement is the work that needs to be done to make New York City affordable. That's what I look forward to.
And I want to clarify your answer to Stephen Nelson. He asked about your comment calling the president a fascist. And your answer was, both President Trump and I have been clear about our positions and our views. Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
With a pat on the back, Donald Trump said, I don't mind. You can say yes. You can call me a fascist. I think that is stunning for a lot of reasons, but the biggest reason is that for months, they told us publicly that the reason why Charlie Kirk was assassinated was because Republicans were called fascists and that it was this big bad word. And now Donald Trump in the Oval Office is seemingly accepting that he is a fascist while also laying praise on a man who Trump said would ruin New York City. I feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone here, and yet here we are. So like, comment, share, and subscribe, as always. And I'll see you soon for another update, so stay tuned for more. Hey folks, Aaron Parnas here. Thank you so much for watching The Parnas Perspective. Please consider subscribing to support our work as we grow this independent news media entity into something that rivals mainstream every single day. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.